Hello, thank you for joining us on the program, The Woman in You. I've got pride, I've got potentials, and I have class. I am special. Joy Uchi is my name, and I welcome you to today's edition of the program, The Woman in You. You know what? Every woman is wonderful. Every woman is outstanding. Every woman is marvelous, adorable, and nice, and should be treated that way. And that brings me to want to come onto this program always to inspire fellow women out there. You know, this program will come to showcase the worth of every woman, and we want you to believe in yourself as a woman. Know it that there's nothing that you cannot achieve as a woman if you put your mind to it. So believe in yourself, sister. You're 100% that queen. Today on the program we have an interesting woman to talk to. As a personality that you like to meet any day, anytime, and she will inspire you because she is a businesswoman par excellence. She is a motivational speaker. She is a humanitarian. Ladies and gentlemen, join me. Welcome to this show today, Chief Mrs. Endurance Ichofu, CEO, Adidas Syndrome and Iyarasad restaurant here in Asaba. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And how are you doing today?
I'm good.
You are good. You look good.
Thank you.
I'm glad to meet you. Yes, it's been a while. I've been trying to want to meet you. Today I am here, and I'm happy I am here meeting you one-on-one.
Nice meeting you too. Same here. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to start first and foremost with, of course, I've told them, of course, she is a businesswoman for excellence. But then, we'd like to know more about Chief Mrs. Endurance Ichofu. Who actually is Chief Mrs. Endurance Ichofu?
Oh, nice. She's born to the family of Mr. and Mrs. Gospower Ogbu from Isoko North local government. Yeah. Family of 5. Well, I'm the first daughter. Yeah. And I schooled in Warri, primary, secondary, then hailed to University of Benin, where I got my diploma in banking. Then I went back for my BSc accounting, graduated, did my youth service here in Asaba. Yeah, then because then I was married, so I had to do my youth service here. She's a businesswoman, married to Chief Fome Ichofu with 3 beautiful daughters. I love schooling. I love book. And I want to believe that has brought me to where I am today. And by the grace of God, I own a restaurant and a wine shop. Different branches by the grace of God. And like I said, CEO, Adidas Syndrome, and Iyarasad. We're still scaling.
Wow.
Yeah.
And more will be coming.
Well, more coming.
More
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to see Endurance as a young girl. That little endurance thing, you know. Something happened. I just joined my alumni of, since you graduated from school and went to youth service, missed concerts a lot. Just a few days ago, I ran into one. I was like, you're still in this Asaba. He said, you're not on our platform. I said, what platform? He said, you mean you didn't know? I said, no. They just gave me the link. I'm trying to pick. So what they asked me first of all was, we need that picture of yours. That picture in school. Before I said that tiny means what you want to see again. So let's get to see Endurance.
Yeah.
As a little girl.
Yeah.
How was life growing up actually?
Beautiful. It wasn't easy because I actually came from an average family. When I mean average family, my dad wasn't really doing well. My mom was a petty trader. Yeah, she was a petty trader. But I could say that little girl, that little ambitious girl, it's been in me in business. Business has been in me because the truth is I started business while in primary school.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yeah. Okay, then coming back from school one fateful day, there's this lady that sells popcorn close to my house. She normally gives us that part of popcorn they call guguru and granules. Most times she gives us so much, but I have a lot in the house. One day I just called my mom and said, Mommy, what do you think if I take them back to school to sell? She smiled and said, are you serious? Can you really do that? I said, why not? And I started one beautiful day, and when I get to school, small money, 1 kobo then, 1 naira. I was saving this money to be able to get my undies, to be able to get, like I said, from an average family. My parents were not well to do, but I could use those little money then to encourage myself until I got to secondary school. And in my JSS3, after I had finished my JSS3 exams, being at home that period, I used it to learn how to make chin-chin. And that was how I started making money. You know, I could bake. Then I started selling to my friends then around my compound, you know. Then when I went for SS1, that's a senior school, I started taking it to school. At break time, I'll sell to my fellow students. Leaving school, leaving secondary school, thank God. Even while I was doing that, I don't joke with my books. Yeah, I had, by the grace of God, I had good grades, left less than a year. I got admission into University of Benin for my banking and finance diploma. Then after that, 2 years, I wrote JAMB again, and I went back for, I actually wanted the course accounting, and thank God I got it in my BSc. Yeah, and that dream of being a banker. That dream of being a banker. Yeah. So I got the course accounting for my BSc, graduated, served, like I said, served in Delta State. No job. The dream is still there to count money. And today I could tell you I have a beautiful business that I'm doing that I can count money every day.
Wow.
Even while I'm not in the bank, I'm still counting money.
But as a matter of fact, to be a banker was actually
my dream.
Your dream, right, from childhood.
And Zenith Bank.
Wow. Oh, you even had a bank.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because
not
when...
Not just any bank.
No, not just any bank. Zenith Bank had this style. Once in a while they come to, because they had then in Uniben, they had this branch close to our school at Ubo. So they come with their suit looking good, you know, beautiful ladies and, you know, guys, they come. Oh my God. I'll tell my classmates in Uniben then that I'll be a banker. But I want to say God wasn't faithful, because right now, by the grace of God, with the level I am, I could pay even the bank manager, I could pay them salary. Oh, yes. I want to thank God for that.
Yeah.
I really want to thank God for that. Yeah.
Oh,
and that is it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So we can say the banking job is all about counting money as it is. So you've also desired to count money right from when you were a child. And then you wanted to wear those beautiful suits, you know, and driving those beautiful cars.
Yeah.
And the bankers come in.
Yes, I could manage people's accounts.
You know.
I love business where I could calculate. I'm very good in maths. So I want to.
You ought to be.
Yeah.
To be able to do
Oh
that.
yes. So yeah, I'm very good in maths. So I want to see myself count money. I want to see myself solve. You know. Put in 1 or 2, 1,000, 5,000 together, I'm going to get 6,000. I enjoy doing it. So the first thing that comes to my mind is working in the bank, where I could go to, even being a marketer, I wouldn't mind. Go to the bank, tell 1 or 2 persons, open an account with me. That has been my dream. But I couldn't get a job, because I could remember after school, collected my result, got my call up to NYSC. I met 1 or 2 top politicians from Isoko that could help me where I'm from, that could help me to see if I could, one, serve in the bank, just a note from them. And I'm sorry to say they disappointed me, but today I want to appreciate God for my life, because it didn't discourage me. Yeah, with all those that happened, I wasn't discouraged at all. I went to, the camp, and after 3 weeks, I was posted to Ministry of Economic Planning, where I worked at the budget office, and my directors, people there, and as a copper, I could tell you I did well with them. Yeah, I did very well with them for that 1 year I served in that office.
That's
oh,
beautiful.
Yes, yeah.
So we can say somehow that dream of yours didn't die.
Not at all. I wasn't discouraged at all.
You're still, although you didn't get into the banks, but you started business and you're still counting the money.
Oh, yes.
Still counting more, you know?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So let's
oh, yes.
look at, those are part of a life experience.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
But let's look at you right now. having grown to this level, being chief executive officer of a big establishment like this, drinks, wine, food, and all of that, you can find in the Adidas Syndrome. It's a beautiful place.
Thank you very much.
Let's get to know challenges you faced as a woman. Because as a lady, a lot of persons, they say it's a man's world. Someone told me, a big lady in the start told me, no, it can't be a man's world, if not, I won't be here.
Yeah.
So how do you look at that statement, it's a man's world?
It's not at all. It's not a man's word. Yeah, I would say this to viewers, those beautiful ladies hearing me, because if we are created by man, I could tell you it's a man's world, but because we are created by God, we could not be equal with a man. The woman, the gender called woman, we are so special. We are blessed people. If you could know yourself and know who you are, I want to tell you it's not actually a man's word. We could have this respect for the man's ego, but all the same, it's not a man's word at all. Remember where I'm coming from. I wouldn't want to say so much about my past, but I would say little because I was once married. When I left, then I was still in school in my 300 level. I got married to this handsome guy, so happy, at the beginning, but it wasn't easy at all. I couldn't cope at all, so I had to live with my children, and I would tell you that has been the worst part of my life. I was so discouraged by neighbors, discouraged by my community. I was discouraged by even my fellow members in church, whereby I could go for my women's meeting, and while I want to say something, I want to, contribute to what the church is talking about, and you hear women, behind me saying, who is this prostitute? She's not married. Who is she? What is she doing here? To the extent that a woman like me walked up to me and said, I'm sorry, you're just too beautiful. I heard you left marriage. I wasn't discouraged. I didn't leave church. I continued my service with God, and it made me even strong to pursue my business career, and today I want to believe a lot of women that despised me, a lot of women that look at me and say, what can she even produce as a single mom? They will look at me today, they all want to be around me, they want to be my friends. And after 10 years of being single with children, God blessed me with I'm blessed with Chifome Chofu, an handsome man, blessed man, someone that knows God, and it's been years with him too. So my story is to bless every woman listening to me today. You don't have to be discouraged in anything. Is it your business? Is it people around you? Is it your family that have looked at you and said, what can you really? There are some beautiful girls hearing me. They're not married, but they have children. Don't be discouraged. Not at all. It's not your fault. Sometimes we fault ourselves too much. It's a beautiful life. There are some persons, some beautiful ladies, they have husbands, they have everything, beautiful job, but tomorrow they are not there, not because they are not faithful to God, but one or two things happen. You that has life and has the breath of God in you, come on. Don't allow anybody, not even the man you're marrying today, not even church, not even your neighbors or friends around you discourage you, because I am a victim. But today I could come out and say, I'm beautiful, not just beautiful, married, not just married, chief to chief, high chief,
Wow,
someone that even knows God,
Beautiful.
So and another thing again, when I started the business, after my youth service, I had loved the restaurant business. Where I'm coming from, I was discouraged by the man I got married to. Never, because anybody want to introduce me as a beautiful lady, he feels so insecure that, how am I going to let this woman own a restaurant? Other men will be coming. Not just for ladies listening to me, for you man there or guys that are listening to me. The lot in your women, the woman you are marrying, she's carrying something in her inside. Encourage her. And I want to believe today, I don't want to believe my husband is regretting meeting me. I didn't start just today. I had somewhere I'm coming from, and somebody's behind me pushing to say, you can do it. But when when you make this woman feel, no, where are you going to? Where are you coming from? That first discouragement comes in. She can't even push in business. She can't do anything. So I want to say today, looking at where I'm coming from, my ex didn't even encourage me at all, because when I first thought of the restaurant business, the first thing that came to his mind, a lot of men will be coming there before they will come and take my wife from me. But if the word being faithful is there, if the word trust is there, come on, both of you can even do the business together. Both of you can do the business together. Even if you don't want to be open as a man for everybody to see that you're coming to the woman's, restaurant or buka or whatever the woman is running today. The truth is, you could be behind her. Whenever she comes home, both of you sit down.
Every successful woman.
Oh, yes.
There is a man
There is
behind.
that handsome, wonderful man that is listening to me.
Every successful man, there's a woman behind.
There's this woman behind.
Likewise, every successful woman, there is a man behind it.
So you could encourage your woman. You could encourage your wife. You could encourage your girl. To say you can do it. Sometimes I would have one or two people to employ. These are graduates. But because of the kind of country things that are happening, when they come, I sit with them. When they talk, I'll be like, are you sure you can work? They'll tell me, yes. They adore. I'll tell them, come on, you can do it. My supervisors today, by the grace of God, I have almost 100 workers working for me at the wine shop, at the restaurants, in different branches. And I want to believe my workers will come up and tell you my madam is our role model. Yeah, because of the way I've stood, not just you working for me, I must impart something in you. And that has really, it has helped me, it has helped my workers. And we're still scaling,
Wow.
Yeah.
And the sky is not just your limit. You know, most the skies and go up there.
Amen.
Okay. So, sister, I'd like to know, tell us, who are those women that have actually affected your life and shaped your life in small and big ways, growing up until now?
Yeah. Oh, first of all, I could say my mom, Mrs. Rosalie, late Mrs. Rosalie Nobu. Yeah, she's late today, but I would always remember her for her calmness. Like I said, after I left my first marriage, I was so discouraged. But thank God for the grace that made me strong. I want to say, Pastor Mrs. Blessing Ofiong, that's my pastor in my church, the Eagles Assembly. Oh, she's too beautiful. In and out. The encouragement of being strong. It got to a stage, I won't lie to you, I told myself, I would marry my business, I would just focus on myself, my kids. Oh, men are this, men are that. I don't even want to settle again, I don't want to marry. But thank God, as time goes, I found Christ. Yeah, I found Christ, and the truth is, for me to scale and do a lot of things, with the country that we are, when you're not married, you're a prostitute. I'm sorry. When you're not married, you're a single mother or you're a single girl, you're a prostitute. But thank God, when I started listening to one of my mentors again, Pastor Funke Adeljimo, I listened to that woman a lot on Facebook. Sometimes programs she had. Physically, I go for different programs, and she has imparted my life so much. Even Pastor Mildred Kingsley, these women have imparted my life so much that mentality of not settling again left. You see, I learned how, your marriage could work.
Oh, sure.
Business could work.
Oh, sure.
You understand? When you have understanding with your partner, when you have trust, the number one thing is trust. And this is me today. That foundation. Because there's this word my pastor was always say when you go to him and tell him, Daddy, there's a problem. Oh, my marriage is this. Oh, my husband is beating me. The first thing he will tell you, from the beginning, was this so? From the beginning, was this man beating you? Say yes. But you stayed, so you should endure and pray over it. God will help you. But you can't just come up today and tell you want to leave marriage. What happened today? I said, my husband doesn't have money. Is it now that he's broke?
Yeah.
From the beginning, was he a governor?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things that will make us to be strong as a woman. Yeah.
Okay, these women have actually impacted your life positively, as we can see. Now, and you talked about your mom, the first person you mentioned. Now, let's get to know that very important lesson you learned from your mom. Just one very important lesson you learned from your mom.
Being calm. My father, I look like my father, character and everything. When you see my dad, oh, you've seen me. So, the voice, I have this deep voice from my dad. My mom is a very calm and quiet lady. Whenever my dad is, you see her, she's calm. She treats everything with calmness. And I think that is what I've brought into my marriage. Whenever things are happening, I return back to God. I think that's what I've learned from my mother. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That's good. So let's look at life right from growing up as a young girl to when you are seated here now as a CEO. Let's look at the challenges you've been through as a woman. Because as a woman, most times that you've just said some of it, the society we live in today, in the Nigeria we live in today, there's this thing about, should I say discrepancies or whatever, but gradually I think it's fading away because women are taking the place right now. So when you come, if you seated here now, you are a man. And there's a different ball game entirely.
Yeah.
But as a woman and a chief executive officer, we know some kind of things must have been happening. Let's get to know. Let's share in your challenges that you've been through and how you surmounted them even as a woman.
Okay, like I said from the beginning, that every single woman and every single mom, there's a way Africa, there's a way Nigeria look at them. Yeah. So before even I settled to say, okay, a few years ago, let me get married again, I had been doing the food business, that's here aside. So I could tell you some customers may walk in and like, okay, something is going on. Can I even meet your madam? And when I step in, the first thing they will look, oh, there's no ring. She's not even married. Some even ask, oh, you're beautiful. We're expecting a very old woman to come that she's the owner of a restaurant. Oh, she's a young lady, Conversation may start. Some might not even want to. Some might tell me, can I have your number? Why? Because I would want to call you for food, or I want to give you a job, And the next thing, they take advantage of you. A lot want to sleep with you. A lot just want to get that juice out of you. But thank God, I've been so encouraged. One, because I have a passion for the business. You as a woman listening to me, what's your passion? Because the truth is, if I don't have passion for my business today, a lot of discouragement has come. Through vendors, challenges. Through vendors, when I mean vendors, people that supplies me goods. Through our nation, Nigeria, today our dollar is this, tomorrow our pounds is this, So even the market, the nearest market I will go to get tomato, when I say dollar, that is trying to stock for my wine and water, juice, spirits, whiskey and the rest. If I want to stock, today I'm stocking for this amount, tomorrow something is going on. They're bringing my goods from either Lagos or somewhere. They'll tell you one thing has happened. So many challenges to discourage me offline. Even being single then. Even the restaurant, today I'm getting tomato for this amount, next tomorrow. But I want to say, I've been strong. I've been strong. Only one thing has kept me, passion. Passion. And I will tell people, today I can be called in the morning. It doesn't happen again, but I could tell you a few years ago. I could be called in the morning and like, Madam, the woman preparing the goosey soup for us, the woman cooking jollof rice is not available. I rush down, I will do it myself. Because I can cook. I can't sit down today and say, which is what a lot of women do. I want to own a salon. I want to own a fashion home. And I can't make clothes. I can make hair. So when these girls or guys working for you notice that, not like she has passion for this particular thing she's doing. She's just doing it because she wants. She wants like me. She wants to count money. She just wants the money, And at the end of the day, they take advantage of you. Yeah, they sometimes at the middle of the road when the business is booming, they just leave you there and like continue with your business. You're calling yourself madam. Or at the end of the day, madam could just be at home and like, hello, says girl, or says boy, how much have you made today? Send it to my account. Do this, do that. But I want to say thank God today because I have passion for my business and that has led me. So even with the challenges of life, men, people around me, I've been able to scale through. And I want to believe God is still helping me because I don't believe one challenge can even pull me down right now.
That's beautiful.
Oh, yes.
I like the spirit,
Yeah,
I like it. So, again, what we're trying to say here is if you have passion for what you do, yes, it's not enough to just say, I love this, so I want to become this. You need to have passion for it. When you've got passion for what you do, you see, you put in your all in doing it. And of course, definitely you do it so well and beautifully, and you will achieve. And now what she's saying is this. because she's got passion for it and she knows what she's doing and how to do it, nobody can take advantage of it. Because
Not at
if
all.
you get up and say, oh, I can't do this anymore for madam, I'm going away, madam steps into the shoe, she gets into the kitchen, puts on the apron and the cap, and she's doing the cooking. And it comes out very delicious.
Very delicious,
tasteful,
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So let's know what we want to do. What you love. You don't, I want to be a fashion designer. You need to know how to make clothes before you begin to employ the guys and the babes to come and be helping you to sew. Then you are a bigger madam, but then you can fall in at any point in time and still make your business. Boom. Keep going on. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'm enjoying this time out with you, you know. You see, a lot of women find it very difficult to want to build a career and pursue a business, of course. I should just do something to make their own money. Because they tell you, I can't do this and be taking care of the home front now. It's like a big challenge to a lot of women. So let's get to know how you are succeeding, how you are doing it right now. Because you're really excelling in what you're doing. And then, of course, you have the home front there. So how are you really managing these two together to be this successful?
Oh, beautiful. First of all, you are not in competition with anybody. Not even your husband. Not even the man you're with. Not even your fiancé. Or fiancé. Okay, let me take it this way. Some women, even before, the truth is, you're married. This particular man you're married to knows you very well. And, couples talk a lot. Yeah. Before you get married to a particular man, you guys are friends. Even if you're not friends, your husband should be able to say one or two things about you. I've had occasions where women come to me, probably in church or different places, or some people would on Facebook and like they chat me up and say, oh Iara, oh did this, you are just my role model. Oh, I would have loved to do this particular business. I would have loved to do this. I would have loved to do that. But my husband won't allow me. The truth is, who are you? Who is that person that want to do a particular business? Because the truth is, your husband knows you more than me. I could encourage you. The word could encourage you to say, okay, do this, do this, do that. The man you're staying with at home, does he really believe in you? Some women, they are not like, I'm not supporting women in this particular aspect. Oh, the truth is, you've lived a life to show that man that you're staying with. You've lived a life for that man to understand that, see, if I allow this woman go to Lagos, if I allow this woman go to open a restaurant, if I allow this or I allow that, things will get spoiled. Why? Your character at home. Your husband does not even trust you to handle business. How? What do I mean? Taking care of the house. You know your husband earn a particular amount of money. You know that, my fellow woman. And at the end of the day, this money is given to you. How do you even manage the money given to you to take care of yourself and the kids or to take care of the house? So how, if you could not manage that, charity begins at home. If you cannot manage that, then how are you going to manage your business? Because everybody wants to be this present era. They don't want to start from the scratch. But if you have a man, some persons, they don't have a shop. Some women are home. You see them mix soap. They do this hand wash and the rest. That kind of woman, she doesn't have a shop. She doesn't have a big capital. But tomorrow she's crying to meet her man and say, I want to open a shop. The man will trust her because when there's no capital, you could see her do little business. You could see her put one or two together. Magic. I could even give my wife 10,000 naira to stock the house for 1 month. And there's a magic. We could feed. We could do this. We could do that. The children are eating. There's a trust in that kind of woman to say, even with the last couple I have, I will push you. But some women will come and tell you, my husband doesn't want me to work. It's because you don't want to work. It's because you don't want to work. Because if you have a husband that trusts you and trusts that you could actually turn 1,000 to 5,000 at the end of the month, I bet you every man needs a supporting woman. So I don't believe in that word when,
especially in this
in this country and this time. No man wants to be jealous to say, if my wife is here, I will tell her, or if my wife is doing well, or if my wife is the owner of ShopRite, I will tell her to stop. Your husband will be happy, will be giving testimony every day. So I hate when I hear women say, my husband said I shouldn't do anything. No. My husband said I shouldn't come out. I don't know, it might be true, but I don't believe in that.
But as a matter of fact, we want to say, as a matter of fact here, we want to say And anything can happen at any point in time. Growing up, we've come to understand life is things change in life. Life is in phases. So even when you have that husband or that man or that person, whosoever that is just by you and giving you all the dollars and telling you not to do nothing, anything can happen tomorrow. And we've seen women go back from grace to grass just because the person or say the sole breadwinner or whoever that's there supporting them and making them to stand just fell. The person just fell and then everything crashes. And then you see the woman begging for food, you see the children looking tired, you see things just happen. And so we beg you, sisters, you need to have something going. No matter how very, I don't know how to say
little, start up something.
Okay, they'll say there are no government jobs anymore. I don't have a white collar job, but you can do business. You can do something with your hands. With that plenty money that is in the house that the man is pulling and telling you,
I don't even encourage it. Yeah, I don't even encourage that at all.
Start a business, start something.
You must start. So, little beginning.
Yes, it's very important.
It's in the Bible, yeah.
Have your own money.
Yeah.
So the need for a woman to have her money is very important. It's not even always you go asking the man, I need this, and sometimes they get tired asking. So you could do him a surprise without him taking 10 double.
The woman is a support. That's support plan. Yeah.
So it's very necessary. Let's
support.
Let's work and own our own money. It's necessary. It's good you can be giving, yes. You have somebody pouring it around all over you, and then when the person still knows that you still earn your own money, it adds respect.
Yeah.
To
you as a woman,
as a woman. So we need to really look into all of that as well. Now, ma'am, we're still talking. Let's look at women in politics. I just cannot go on without talking about this. You know why? Because we are in a political era.
Yeah.
Very soon it's going to be election time. You know, campaigns will start and all of that. Now we've got some of our women, vying to politics and trying to do some things, but we have a problem not seeing women not wanting to support women. Yes, because some believe politics is a dirty game. Let's start from there first before we go into women supporting women and all of that. And then let's look at politics. Do you agree? Politics is a dirty game.
Oh, should I say yes or no?
From the angle of a woman.
Yeah, not really a dirty game. I would say that it's an individual thing. Nigeria is going to the era where people don't want to vote for parties anymore. We want to vote for individuals. You being a woman, you being a man. But the truth is, we're going to look from behind, from the past, how far your life has been. Have you imparted into the life of Nigerians? Have you imparted the people around you? Like I said, charity begins at home. Have you imparted the lives of your community, people around you, people that even work with you? Have you imparted their lives? And if yes, we'll vote for you. We don't want to vote parties the next election. We want to vote for. But talking about women in politics, talking about, apart from politics, women don't support women. Apart from politics, women don't support women. I have an example in my business. You see less of women, and when they want to come, when they sit down, they just want to come eat and talk. Are you sure she's the owner of this place? Are you sure she's not doing juju? Are you sure? That's the average woman for you. But politics, I love politics because I want to believe, not like I'm going to come out one day for you to come and vote for me. If that comes, that means it's the will of God. But I want to believe soon I will be appointed. And if that comes, in my little way, by the grace of God, I'm going to impart because I'm not going there to pick. I'm already made by God's grace. I'm a core businesswoman. So even if I have an appointment today, I should be thinking of even adding mine to impact the lives of people, because I want to believe that's what God has called everybody for. So for politics, women in politics, politics is something. I love politics, but looking at the way our people, especially Nigeria, when I see people abroad, especially England, when I see the way they run their politics, I won't even come out for a governor. But when I see the way we run our politics in our country, Nigeria, I'm discouraged. I won't lie to you. I'm discouraged. And the way people, our community, our state, the way people, they look at women that are in politics, they look at them like they are prostitutes. What are they doing there, But some are coming out genuinely to support. Some are coming out genuinely to serve. But because of, I'm not saying I'm discouraged with their words, but I already have a beautiful business that I'm doing. So instead of me stressing myself, trying to build the minds of people around me to say, I want to come out to be an House of Assembly member, House of Rep, why not put that strength into my business? But for every other woman right there that wants to become a politician, that want to be in politics, I will encourage you, go ahead if you have the strength, to go into politics. For me,
you know, before now, we actually, as women, don't support or agree to that idea of a woman being there. But you know, gradually we're beginning to understand that if we don't have enough of women in politics, enough of women in the National Assembly, enough of women as the state assemblies, the Senate, the reps, and the rest, when they come up with bills, when they come out with what they're talking about, the men will all the eyes say yes, and then the women,
and the nays will be women.
The women will be so few who our voices won't be heard. But with more of women we have in these places, and then they can speak up for the women. They can speak up for the girl child. And then you see women will begin to have their places, you know, as it's supposed to be. But when we don't agree to that fact that women should be in politics, and then we keep staying in the background. Okay, but you got no woman will talk for you. Let's look at Delta State House of Assembly right here. How many women do we have at the assembly? We have just a few.
Yeah.
So this political era that's just come, we're encouraging women to come out. And we're encouraging ourselves to support our women. Because during elections, just take a look. We are more of women out there.
That's true. More of women
to want to, you know, cast our votes,
cast our votes.
Of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Ask them who are they voting for. They'll vote for the men.
That's true.
We don't like voting for ourselves. That's the full head and syndrome.
Because I could
so
say
what do you
this.
Think is the reason?
I could say this because few women that has gone there, I don't want to mention, but few women that has gone there are really impacting into the lives of women around them. Yeah, I don't want to talk about our states. What about other states, the country Nigeria? How many women will voluntarily, with the little money coming from government as a politician, would want to support the girl child? Whether they want to loot like the men. So when you're coming in to start raising shoulder with the men in politics, they wouldn't want to allow you. That's true. They wouldn't want to allow you. So it all depends on, as a woman, that vision, what's really pushing you to become a politician. If your vision is clear, a lot of women, their vision is clear, they want to come out. But the truth is, before you, as a woman, before you become a politician, people around you already know your kind of person. If you want to support the girl child, if you want to support the people in your community, they will always support you. Your people will always want to say, yeah, we have a voice for this particular woman. But most of these women go in, and at the end of the day, they're already acting like the men that we have. So when you start raising shoulder with the men in politics, how do you want things to go well? So there are lots happening in politics. So I think I will end it there.
Yeah, that's true. No, I can agree with you. But I think this time around, we are having women beginning to understand that we need to empower the girl child. We need a voice in politics as women. So we are now in the political era, and we want to encourage all our women that have that spirit and want to run for any political office. Now we are right here, you know, supporting you, and we will want you to go there and speak for us. And that's why we encourage people and everybody around that there's the need for us to train the girl child. There is need for us to encourage the girl child. We need to educate the girl child, because every woman you see today was once a girl. Yes. And for us to have, you know, allow the voice, the assemblies, national, states, and the House of Reps and Senate, we need women to be able to speak for us and fight for the rights of the women as well. So let's train the girl child. Let's educate the girl child. Let's encourage the girl child. For yesterday's girls are today's women, and today's girls will be tomorrow's women. It's the woman in you. My womanhood is my pride.